Go on, mate.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Smith.
Is
I didn't quite catch your name.
Oh.
everything going all right? A lot of people in town here.
Is that Dr. West?
Oh,
What are you holding,
yes.
man?
Hello, Lyca. It's a pleasure to see you here.
Hey, you shouldn't go that way because there are people in red clothing with red berets, and they just were really hostile with us three here. So I don't think they like people very much. So
Red Berets.
they just told us
did they
to
perchance
fuck
have
off.
an accent? Like a Russian accent, maybe?
No.
No, I think they were
No.
Mexican.
Mexicans? How peculiar.
Right.
Latin
I'm sure they're
Americans, yeah,
Mexican.
something like that. Latin Americans, whatever. Same thing, right?
Well, if they'd rather not be bothered, then I'll certainly avoid the area. I appreciate the heads up.
Yeah.
I certainly don't want to step on the toes of any gangsters in the midst of any sort of drug trafficking or whatever.
Exactly, you shouldn't go that way. Yeah, they told us to, fuck off in that direction, and yeah, they seem rather, hostile somehow.
Yo, I've got a quick question though, man. Like, 'cause you're wearing like really, really smart attire, and then you've got like this camo backpack on. You don't really blend in. Like, confused.
Yes, you're correct about that. I do wish I could find something a bit more black, but well, as it is, this was the largest pack I
It
could
looks
find,
rather
and
heavy.
I do have quite.
Here, hang on.
It's actually not as
Hang
heavy as
on,
it
put
looks. It's mostly full of surgical tubing, hypodermic needles, gauze, cotton swabs, things like that. They do take up
Here.
quite a bit of space.
Put
but,
that on. Put that on.
Put it on. Yo, you
Put
should
that
rep
thing
that,
on.
man.
This-
Rep it. Rep it. Yes,
Aye,
I'm
put it
repping
on.
it, bro.
Put it on. Oh,
Rep.
don't rip
Oh,
it.
rep it.
Rep.
Oh, I thought you meant. I said you
Yeah, I'm
said rip.
repping it, man. London
Sure.
accent,
Yes,
innit?
no problem. I'll rep it right now. Here we are. How's this?
Yo.
No, put it across your face.
Oh, yeah, cover
Across
your
my
mouth,
face.
man. Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah, bro.
Oh, I see. Like my colleague here, Lee. Yes, of course. I think I understand. Yeah. Here we are. If we were to tie it more like this way, maybe. You mean?
There you go. Aye. You look like just one of
That
them.
looks so not like you, West.
Oh, it does.
You guys
sure,
are
Lyca, I can be quite dangerous too. Yo.
Oh, really?
It's Doc West. Yes, was fixing to pop a cap. You're on my turf.
Aye, you look
Holmes.
like you look like one of the Mexicans now.
That was cute.
Well, perhaps I could be mistaken for that Victor Cruz fellow who used to run the streets. Oye, pendejos. Soy el jefe, and all such sorts.
No,
He
you
would
must
usually
be
conclude such.
like that. It's me, Victor Cruz. He always did that accent, and I can't redo it, but
Yes, he was often telling people to. Oye, pendejos, put your hands in the air. It's Victor Cruz. Things like that.
that was not bad.
I
Hey,
had
still
taken a few
sounds very
classes of
close.
Spanish in high school.
Oh, not bad.
Last I heard of the Cruz fellow, he was off with my old life colleague, Hope Pisces, with some sort of drug involvement, and I heard they even had a child together. I don't think we'll be seeing them again anytime soon.
Oh, really?
Yes, from the radio traffic I picked up. They had a daughter. Apparently they're raising her now, somewhere in Russia, probably. So,
Right, well,
I
think I know your
you
life
two gentlemen,
story
have we
now.
met before?
I don't believe so,
No,
mate.
I've
My
never
name's
met you.
Dexter. I'm
My
an
name's
ex-convict.
Dexter?
Yeah, man. From London.
I see. And if you don't mind my asking, how does an ex-con from London end up in Chinaris?
Well, this is where they sent a lot of the convicts.
The
not
prison
sure
to
if
the
you've been
south.
in
I heard a lot of Westerners got held
Yep.
there, political prisoners and such.
Yeah.
I see. That makes sense, I suppose. We had been asked to investigate claims of inhumane treatment on that island, but the Russian government blocked every effort to see the inside of the prison, claiming it was the state-of-the-art prison. No need to investigate the concerns there. But we had received troubling claims of prison treatment of the inmates on that island. Some claims food wasn't delivered to the cells for days at a time.
Mm-hmm.
Nagasaki!
Oh, that's what we're told, anyway.
Yo! High five!
What the hell?
I mean, I can tell you something
High
about the
five.
prison with the regulators, but I mean, that's another story, I guess.
Sorry, guys, you have to meet
I have-
Nagasaki. This is Nagasaki. Guys,
Oh, it's a
How you
pleasure to
doing?
meet you, Mr. Nagasaki. Pleased to make your
No,
acquaintance.
no.
I thought you
What
died.
No, I got hit. I got bit by the cobra, and I shot in head with it. But every day it happens every day, you know.
You were
Nagasaki,
bit
I
by a
saw you get
cobra?
shot, man.
I got bit by cobra, but the cobra died.
How'd the cobra die?
I ate him.
He's on a lot of drugs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yo.
Okay.
Are you on your
Lot of
pills,
drugs.
Nagasaki?
No, I do the morphine. You talk like you said me.
Well, no. Have you been taking your vitamins? You need to be taking this one today.
Of course. I thought.
I've got something for you. You'll like this.
Oh. What's that? Oh, it looks like sashimi. Oh. Let me try it.
That's
Um,
wise choice. Rich in protein and
This
nutrients.
is-
I do have some.
There's a man up there.
If
This is
he's
my
hungry, I do have
companion
some
and slave, Nagasaki.
rich in
What's
calcium
that, man? That's
powdered
all.
milk.
Nagasaki, do you want some milk?
No, I don't eat. I only drink milk. I don't eat it.
Fair enough.
Come milk.
Okay.
Oh, he's another fucking guy.
You're right, like. Get you
Hey,
that up.
just getting a drink.
And
Wait.
earlier today, I find the cucumber. Yes, or they took
Hey.
a man grow the cucumber. I named him John, the farmer.
What?
Didn't we met the
Yeah,
other
what the
day?
Was
You
find the
wanna-
cucumber.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, nice to see you again.
You
Yeah,
become a name
good to see You
John.
too. How have you been?
No, a farmer.
Yeah,
he
better.
grew the cucumber.
Good.
There were some overly hostile people down the
Why
down
did
the
you have a
road over
cucumber
there.
named John,
so,
Nagasaki?
I know.
Missy. How many were they?
Hmm?
How many were they?
4? All
Okay, let's
wearing
go.
red?
Let's go.
I told you he had issues. This is Nagasaki. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
even know if he's called
he,
Nagasaki.
Is he now fighting against 4 people alone, or I'm only asking? Seems
mean,
rather
you-
suicidal to me.
Can I just say, you know when they came up and like approached us and surrounded us
Mhm.
a few minutes ago? Yeah, well, we're not alone, by the way. There's quite a lot of us. There's about 9 of us in the buildings nearby.
Oh,
Don't worry.
maybe that's why
Yeah.
they fucked off.
Probably.
I met them earlier. They were quite
the
an odd
Mexicans?
bunch. They seemed to talk over each other quite a bit. They were at Vybor military as
aye.
well.
Hmm.
I'm not too sure what they were doing.
I mean, they called
But-
me fat, even though I'm really skinny, actually.
Odd.
Okay.
What do you have to say about that, Doctor? Do you think she's fat? Your medical opinion?
I mean,
Lyca.
I only weigh 50 kilo. I'm really skinny.
Holy shit! She looks like what's the name? That's Alberta from
Nagasaki,
oh,
where's your manners?
what's that? Do you want to go out and drink some soda with me?
I'm good, thank you. I'm sorry.
But I date a woman every day. Yesterday I got 2 children.
I'm sorry.
named Apollo and Riri.
I'm sure your 10 wives won't agree with us.
Yes, I am a much bigger man. Right, they call me Hercules.
No.
I don't call you
They call you
Hercules.
what?
I call him
Hercules.
Hercules apparently. He's lying.
No.
When was the last time someone called you Hercules, Nagasaki?
On your earliest day, they call me the Robin Hood as well.
Oh yeah,
That's
oh yeah.
because you shot some guy in the head with an arrow.
No, I shot them in the heart. You see,
No what?
and my second
Heart.
arrow, it went through the hole I made.
Oh,
Third one,
right,
it,
okay, fair enough.
third one kills Sabi.
You know what,
Tell
mate?
him,
You never
tell
fail
him
to
the line
amuse
from
me.
Robin Hood. Tell him the line.
We take from the poor and give to the rich.
Hmm?
You're not meant to tell people that.
Whoa!
Fuck.
You got that completely wrong, man. Completely wrong.
It's
Okay,
a
we'll
little
just try again.
backwards from the
Yeah,
legend
we're trying to
anyway.
teach him English still. Okay, so what do we do?
I'm
We
confused.
take from the...
We take from you and give to myself.
No. Try again.
No.
Perhaps it's a modern reimagining of the character. I'm not sure.
He,
New modern reinterpretation, perhaps.
well, I met him. I met him very early in the Channelers, and he teach me English out of a cartoon.
Yeah, I did.
Oh.
You're telling the truth there.
Samurai
Not a
Jack.
lie.
Samurai Jack.
No, not Samurai Jack. God.
Oh,
It's
sorry.
probably
you
more like
guys-
Tom and Jerry.
Nagasaki, just calm down a little bit. When you ask these guys if they've seen Apollo and Lily,
Have you seen Apollo and Riri?
I know
It's
Apollo, I guess, but that's a kid. I don't know if you
where
mean
is it?
him.
Where is it?
Ah!
Where is it?
I don't know. I saw him yesterday.
He tried punching me in the head, so I knocked out his mother.
Oh my.
He's only a kid.
Jesus.
He's only a kid. He's only 10 years old. How can he
Tried to punch me,
you?
so I knocked out his mother, and then I punched him again in the head.
shh.
I want to find him again. I want to feed him some medicine.
How was that?
Ignore
I
him.
saw him yesterday, and I don't know where he is now. I mean, I'm seeing him randomly, I guess, around.
I will find him.
But I didn't saw him today, so...
Okay, if you see Apollo, or his mum, or his sister, can you say, Glenn is looking for you, and he
Glenn.
wants you back? Glenn. Very important.
Alright.
Say, Glenn is looking for you.
Alright, yeah, I memorized that.
Glenn.
Alright.
You also need to
Glenn.
make sure to tell him that he will get revenge for what they did to us.
Alright. I will say that to
Good.
them when I meet them again.
Good. Good. I mean, we looked after them, right? Nagasaki, do you want to tell them the story of Apollo and Lily and what happened yesterday?
Of course.
From the start, of them
yes,
getting robbed.
Yeah. So we saved them from the bandit, and we killed the many bandit, like 9 people. And then
Yep.
we fed them some venison, and we gave them some apples, had some nice chat in the fire. Then the mother came, and she began insulting us. She said I was fat, and she tried to take the children away from me. And then she called on men that tried to kill us, like I think 2 men. She called many men, like 10 men, and we killed them all. I killed them all with my bare fist.
Alright.
Okay,
Oh.
so he's
I'm
quite
pretty
close to
sure
the
they're
truth.
still alive.
He's quite close to the truth. So yeah, we saved them from these people who robbed them, and they started taking photos of them,
What,
which is a bit weird, right?
Mm-hmm.
What
Yeah,
people would
they
these
actually
be?
took
10
photos of
people?
them. Wait, what? What did you say?
What?
What people would these be? These people you saved them from?
Who?
Is
Which?
it a large, like an army of
Oh.
people that you knocked out with your bare hands? Who are
No,
these people?
no.
Yeah.
So, Nagasaki, let me tell them a true story. Okay, so we saved them from like there's about 4 or 5 of them. We killed them all, right? You know, they fucking deserved it, right? They were taking pictures of kids. It's a bit wrong. And we gave them food and whatnot, and we waited for their mum to come and collect them. I'm not sure why she wasn't looking after them. Bad parenting, if you ask me. And she started abusing us. She started being rude to Nagasaki here. So Nagasaki punched her in the face. Bit wrong, I know, you shouldn't punch a woman in the face, but, you know, Nagasaki, yeah, he does what Nagasaki wants to do. He punched her in the face, and then she called her friends, the bikers, for backup. And, yeah, and then we had a
Ooh.
fight.
And we killed them all. Killed
Like,
Like,
them.
we killed a large majority of them, not all of them.
Do you
Oh,
know
yes,
the
I-
bikers?
I've heard that they made some sort of settlement up north, but I've never been that far north.
Yeah, that's true.
I've only
Where?
seen 1 or 2 people.
Where is it? Where is it?
In
Down.
Novaya Petrovska.
What the hell? You have to go there and kill them.
We're not
Have you
going there
been there?
now, you idiot. 2 days trek, mate.
Oh shit. Doctor, I'm sorry
Have
to
you-
interrupt you, but I'm feeling a bit sick, you see, and some hot. My forehead is very hot.
Ah, I see. It might have
Hey,
something to do with
forehead,
the
quick!
cobra you ate.
Feel my forehead quick.
And that won't be necessary. Here, why don't you use this? Here, we can determine your actual body temperature. If you don't mind, you'd have to take that mask off your face.
Yes, oh, okay, sorry.
You can just untie
Hey,
the
man.
back
Someone
there.
hiding by that building over there.
Have you been to the settlement?
Huh. I don't know what to tell you. Mr. Nagasaki, your
Feel very
body
sick.
temperature appears to be relatively normal.
Oh, it's very hot. I'm sick.
Hey, miss.
Okay,
Miss,
there.
have you been to the settlement?
Yeah, yesterday.
Let me see here. 37.3? That's,
How far is it? And whereabouts?
It's in Novaya Petrovska, and it's when you're on the airfield at the 10th. You know where I mean? You just go north over the
I
hill.
don't know,
about 99
do I have
degrees.
a...
Slight
Alright,
fever, but you're
I
right.
think I might take a look up there.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it's just north of the airfield.
Extra,
Then you hit
extra,
a highway,
extra.
and
Hi.
it's on
Extra.
it's on the left
I have
side.
a
There's
100
also a gas
degrees
station and
temperature.
stuff like that, and a big
I
church.
think I know what you mean.
It's
Sorry.
99
He's
not gonna
die,
degrees.
is he?
I'm gonna die.
No,
Yeah,
it's,
gonna
it's
die.
about normal.
Oh, it's
Apparently,
normal, you
another
idiot.
group is also
What are you
there.
spouting about?
Saviors or something.
Saviors? I don't think I've heard of them. How long have they been
Yeah,
around
someone
for?
told you.
How long have they been around for?
I have no idea. I didn't hear much about them, to be honest.
No, fair enough, fair enough.
Mhm.
Guys,
But yeah.
sorry to interrupt this
yes?
lovely conversation. We need to be going now. I've just had through radio this large group coming. We need to get moving.
From
Hey,
where?
Hey, let's go, let's go.
I
The
guess from there.
gunshots. Yeah. See you guys later. We're gonna be heading out now.
All right. Maybe west we should go to.
Very
you
well.
know?
Yes, perhaps you're right, Lyca.
Yeah.
They seem to want to be alone. Let's go this way.
Hey, they're walking there too, on that side.
You guys want to move a little bit faster, maybe?
Certainly, it seems like this infected has caught our scent, so might be wise to pick up our step,
Just keep moving.
at least until it loses interest.
So, how you been, West?
Quite well. Things were a bit eventful yesterday, but other than that, it's been traveling around, checking in on my experimentation, keeping up with my correspondence with my lab assistants, restocking the various clinics in the area. So many desperate survivors come through the Starry Clinic, and every time I check in, the cabinets are bare, so I try to check in every other day to stock them with gauze and with bandages and saline packages and things like that. Little care packages.
Oh, I see. I'm sorry for the other time in Starry, but I told you to you know, take the apple.
Yes, I suppose you did give me fair warning. I've never had the extended opportunity to meet Mr. Montoya or Mr. Shark, so I'd only ever met them briefly.
Yeah.
I wasn't quite aware of the rules that they play by. I certainly learned a valuable lesson that night.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was just lucky because the first time they did that with me, I just took the apple because I was hungry. And the guy next to me, he didn't take the apple, and that's why I knew when they asked you for the apple, you know, or, you know, I knew you should take the apple, that's why I said it, you know. I already knew what would happen. You know, I'm not with them or something, you know, I just, you know, I just like you. I just wanted to save you.
Well, I appreciate that, Lyca. It's very kind of you to say. Not very many people look out for one another here, and, well, it's good to know someone who's willing to stand up for what they believe in.
Yeah, besides that, you know, we share our story, you know, one story, and, I kind of feel connected to you, you know? We had such a lovely time with, a few times, you know?
Yes, that's true. In fact, my lab researcher Jenny actually was quite jealous of you. I must admit, she was very curious to know exactly what had gone down. She was the lady you met at the garden over by the clinic.
I know her.
She never really. Yeah, she wanted very badly to know what happened. I did try to explain to her that it was not a very I held that story over her head for quite a few weeks, promising her that I would tell her the story if she did a good job with her research and, you know, she kept things ship shape. So, yes, it was quite an interesting motivation for her. She was very, very curious. She had wild imagination and seemed to think that it was some amazing romantic type story. I'm not sure where she gets her ideas from. I'm 60 years old. I don't exactly know what she thinks was going on between you and I, but she was listless until she was told the truth.
Oh, I see. I mean, I'm 22. I'm quite young.
Yes, if I had ever married, you'd be much like a granddaughter that I would like to have had, but, well, time has come and gone, and...
Aww. That's very sweet of you to say.
Well, as things happened, I was married to my research, you could say. I never did find much time, really, to set aside from my professional career for a relationship and a family and that sort of thing, so...
Does that make you sad sometimes?
Well, who doesn't feel a bit of regret now and then, looking back on their life and the roads not taken? But we are where we are. We're the people made up by the choices we've made in our lives, so there's a little point in regretting the past.
I mean, you can still find someone. I mean, you're not dead yet. I mean, I'm really sure that there are, you know, lovely women out there who are older than me. I mean, you should, you know, just go out there and, you know, it's still not too late, you know?
Yes, perhaps you're right, Lyca. It's ironic that in times such as this, where I would even consider entertaining such a notion, the first person who continuously comes to my mind is Miss, what's her name, Elena Vale? That young lady who, the first time I met you, so perhaps I would enlist her services if she's still alive, but she's probably dead in a gutter somewhere by now.
I wouldn't be so sure. Sometimes people would surprise you.
Well, if she is still alive, perhaps
No,
I'd
sometimes
reach
you
out to her on
think-
the radio and offer her some
Yeah.
sort of reward for locating a more mature lady for me that I could perhaps introduce myself to. Someone who's interested in brains and not brawn so much.
Yeah. I mean, hopefully she doesn't take me again.
Yes, she'd...
Please say that you want someone over 30 or something, or, you know.
Yes, I'll have to specify. Although she wasn't too choosy. She took me, and then and then she told me she was going to take the first woman she found, and well, we came across you in Cabanino, and she stuck that gun in my ribcage and said, "Doc, you play along. You're my fiance, and if you say one word, I'll blow your brains out." So, not much choice I had there.
Yeah.
Rather
To be
embarrassing
honest, I should
story
have
to
seen that
remember.
you're nervous, but I didn't know you at that time, and I just thought that you're a nervous type in general. I mean, I should have seen that you're nervous, but how was that? I didn't know you at that time, and I was just thinking that you're stuttering all the time. So,
It's funny, if the situation were actually legitimate and she actually wasn't taking me hostage at the time, I probably would have reacted that way to a woman that I would have been interested in. Very similar, stuttering over my words, sweaty palms, and difficult to concentrate, that sort of thing.
yeah.
A
I know
normal
what you
male
mean.
reaction.
Actually, no. Actually, I know I'm not the shy person in general, but when it comes to, you know, relationships, I'm a rather shy person, actually. You know,
Is
you
that
know,
so?
yeah,
Must say I'm a
yeah.
bit surprised to hear that.
I mean, you know, at the beginning of a relationship, you know, when I like someone and I don't know if he likes me back and stuff, you know, I just get nervous, I guess.
Ah, yes. It's funny things that the pheromones and the chemical reactions that occur in the brain when love is involved, it can make things very difficult.
Guys, hey,
Yeah.
can we post up in the church? I'm waiting for someone here.
All right.
Post up?
Yeah.
Certainly, yes, we can post up there,
I mean-
if you like.
I just wish I
Right.
wouldn't be so nervous, you know, in general then. But I just can't help it.
It's all that we humans can do. You, having a religious lot meet you here? Coming to worship or something? Or...
No, we're just coming here to wait up for someone.
All right. I'm just sitting
Wouldn't
here.
hurt to have an extra gun on hand.
I mean, I can't hold a gun because, you know, I got shot 1.5 days ago at my arm, so I can't hold anything.
You were shot? Oh dear.
Yeah.
I hadn't heard about this.
Yeah,
From-
maybe you should take a look at that.
Yeah, from those bikers, you know, pagans.
The pagans shot you? Well, why on earth would they do that?
Yeah. I mean, I was in a town and was speaking to some people, random people, and suddenly someone screamed over the wall, "All of you put your hands up," and I think, oh, that can't be good. I put my hands up, and then a really big gunfight, you know, started, and I tried to run away in this gunfire, and Ronnie from the pagans shot me, because, you know, I was running away, I guess. And, yeah.
Oh dear. You should have put your hands up, Lyca. What were you thinking? There could have been 100 people out there with guns. You don't know how many people were there. Well, what if there was an inside
I
person
know, but I
trying
mean-
to gauge your reaction? They could have gunned you down
Exactly.
without you even knowing.
Exactly, that was what happened. The inside man was running with me and then shot me.
These are
was
treacherous
exactly what
times,
happened,
Lyca. I'm sure you were
Yeah.
concerned and afraid and trying to run, but believe it
You
when
really
I say
expect
that
how
the
hard
best thing to
things
do
are
is
fine
to...
today that people are just gonna surrender.
Well, yes, if they
I mean,
have any value for their what could happen to them, the consequences could be dire.
I mean,
Some people are
Doc,
more forgiving,
the pro-
but
I mean, the problem was I didn't see any hostage taker anymore, you know, and the other hostages were running away also, and I just thought, it would be a good idea to run away too, you know, because everyone else was running away. But sadly, I did run away with the wrong person. So
It's troubling indeed. A messy operation.
Yeah.
I would think that if they had a plan to take hostages, that they would at least know who their enemies were and to shoot only them. But these days, people are sloppy, especially motorcycle gangs like them. It's just a turkey shoot over there. They shoot everything that moves.
I mean, the funny thing is that he shot me. I was standing still then, or I fall down because of that. And Ronnie, who shot me, he went unconscious right in front of me, and I ran again and escaped.
Oh, that's a bit of a stroke of luck, isn't it? It's good that you got out of there.
That is very
Did you
true.
happen to know who
But how I
took the
said,
shot that took Ronnie down? Who your guardian angel was?
no. Actually, no. No, I'm not quite sure. Maybe he got shot before and he just went unconscious because, I don't know, because his body wasn't, able to cope that anymore. I don't know. Yeah, but how I said,
Perhaps,
I can't really use my arm good, so...
It could have been karma that took him down, but, well, it seems like it was a relatively superficial wound, I examined it very closely, but at least it seems to have been mostly a tissue damage, didn't seem to strike the bone, so, you're a healthy young lady still. I would expect as long as you get plenty of rest, then, approximately 2 to 4 weeks, you should be, back in tip-top shape,
Yeah.
you know?
I mean, a friend
As
of
long as
mine,
you don't reaggravate
took
it.
out the bullet, so... But it
That's
wasn't,
good. You don't want to risk infection.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm very good. No. I mean, it hurts, but, I will be okay in a few weeks, I guess.
Very good. It's good that you're taking it seriously.
Yeah.
I mean, amputation of that would not be a suitable option for you, so it's, yes.
I think I can't lose another arm, to be honest.
Precisely. In your situation, you have to do everything you can to take care of that arm, so it's good that you took it seriously and had the bullet removed. I do have some antibiotics. If you experience any redness or swelling, do let me know.
Alright. Thanks, Doc.
Certainly. Is this a colleague of yours in town yet, or is he...
Who's that?
Oh dear. Oh.
Hey, welcome. We just got done running
Oh,
from
hey
a
there,
big
pal.
group.
Oh,
Hey,
really?
man.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
I remember you. You were over there by the town. You had no arm. Yeah. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I know you.
Hi, man.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's,
Who's this guy?
Dr. West.
Dr. West?
That's right. Pleasure to make your acquaintance, Dr. West.
Oh, I've
And
also met
who
you.
might you be?
You were...
Oh, have we?
Oh, remember it was Jack, right? Yeah. You were at the Starry place, the clinic there. Yeah. You all dressed up in the lab coat.
Yes, the garden area.
Oh,
You
cool.
mean the
Glad
other
to
day
see
when all
that
that
you're
shooting was
all right.
going on? Yes,
Yeah,
we made it
yeah,
out of
glad
there
to
after
see that.
everything settled down. The streets were completely
Yeah, got
covered
the
in
holes in
blood.
you.
It was
That's good.
like a nightmare.
Oh dear. So what do you want? Guard duty or something? What's the deal here?
Well, considering we were just getting chased, I figured might as well post up inside the church and wait for you.
Oh, alright. That's fine.
Alright, so...
Give me a few moments.
Anyway, Doc, do you know someone, with the name Weston?
Western, no, I've heard this man's name over the radio, and a lot of people continuously call him West. It really is rather frustrating to me. I might chime in on the radio one of these days if people can persist on calling him West, and let them know that my actual name is West. So if they could find another nickname for him, it would be most beneficial to me. It's rather annoying to be in the middle of some research or some reading and hear my name only to discover they're talking about some man named Western I've never met. So
You never met him, alright. I'm just asking. I was just curious because, of the name. He is Western, you're West, and kind of confusing sometimes.
Well, he sounds like a person I'd like to meet someday, maybe. I hear he's sort of a leader of some band of survivors. Perhaps he's got some walls that he can claim are safe. Maybe if it offers some safe haven to my research or to my medical expertise, then I could check in with the gentleman and see what he has to offer, let him know what I can offer, and see where it goes from there, but...
Yeah, the group name is Heathens, I think. Heathens? Yeah. But, yeah, I didn't saw Western for quite a while, so,
Heathens? Why on earth would he pick such a name? The Heathens? Are they some sort of
I think he's a leader from them.
anti-religious organization or something?
I don't know I don't have any information about that group, to be honest. I just know the name and that he's the leader. And I met Western a few times, actually. He was, visiting me in prison when I was in, on the Regulator Island.
Is he somehow involved with the regulators? Is he some sort of ambassador from their group or something?
No, not really. I know Western before because we met already in Cavernino, and we also went on a hunting trip. And I don't know what he wanted on the Regulator Island, but he kind of visited me there because I was kind of inmate for a few days. And
you were in jail?
Yeah.
I didn't know there was any system of court system here in this country.
No, there isn't. They're just fake cops, C-corps, regulators. I mean, they're just...
Oh yeah, no, I've heard of those people before, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. They hang out like down south, right, by that big island.
Yeah, exactly, on the prison island there. Yeah, and since they don't like me because of a few things, because, I think you can imagine why, Doc, actually. And, so I was inmate for a few days till a friend of mine got me out of there. And Weston was also there. He was visiting me and, yeah.
So he was purely a visitor there. He wasn't locked up or anything.
No. He was just visiting. I mean, I was in the cell, he was outside of the cell and was talking to me through that little window in the door. Yeah.
I see. You were saying something, Jack?
Yeah. So you see, what I do is what I do around here, I just gather information, look at things and stuff, and take note. So you say you're a doctor, right? So there were these doctors running around a couple months ago, carving numbers into people and experimenting on people. You know any of that about that shit? Because a bunch of people were scared.
Oh, I know plenty about those lunatics who called themselves doctors. What I can tell you is they're all obviously psychopaths. I don't think any of them have any background or actual medical credentials in any way, shape, or form. The procedures that they cruelly experimented on unwilling participants had virtually no scientific or medical merit whatsoever, so I haven't heard of them in months.
Yeah,
Perhaps
that's
they've
what
all
I've
been
been hearing,
eradicated.
to be honest. It didn't seem right. I mean, I saw people come out with limbs that should have been there. Like the guy lost his arm and he just said they took it for no reason. Or research they said, but I'm glad there's good doctors like yourself, right?
Yes, well, they made my life very difficult for a few months. I couldn't operate medicine, or I couldn't ask questions or research my experiments without being questioned by 5 different people in every town accusing me of being one of them. So it was extremely difficult. But with them gone, people are a bit more trusting. So last I heard, that, well, and they weren't exactly very strategic or surgical in their process of taking participants to their studies. They would basically just capture anybody who seemed to be alone at the moment. So in so doing, they managed to piss off a great number of people. So I think at one point they were at war with 4 or 5 different groups at the same time. They had to be forced underground, or maybe they were hunted down one by one. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I mean,
but
I haven't
they
heard of
seem
them
to be
since.
gone.
I mean, I'd assume they get shit on because they're kind of doing fucked up shit. So a lot of groups, even groups that are already fucked up, think that shit's fucked up. So yeah, so I don't think they last very.
I can almost understand the dilemma, the goal that they had in mind. I could almost, in a weird way, even relate to it, but just the cruel nature of the experiments that they ran and the lack of any scientific merit, it was a joke. It was a mockery of science. I spoke to multiple people who claimed that they infected them with some sort of vial of what they claimed to be infected blood in one arm, and then they, after letting the blood go through their veins, but mind you, they didn't even check to see what blood type they were, so for all they know, they were injecting them with a completely incompatible blood type, but let's let that go. After about a minute or two, I'm not making this up, they apparently punched the victim in the face to, and I'm quoting here, examine their physical reaction to the infected blood after being punched in the face. It was a bizarre series of experiments that had virtually no merit. I struggle to imagine what they were actually trying to do there. Most likely they were all psychopaths, probably suffering some sort of psychological break from reality.
One guy came up to me, he was like seeing shit, he thought it was fucking like, he thought I was a fucking, I don't know, he didn't really explain it, I was just a blob of color, and I'm like, dude, are you fucking alright, pal? And he's like, nah, these doctors took me and they injected me with some drug, and I'm like, hey, what? I didn't know that was a fucking thing. Like, that's messed up. They could easily kill people like that, you know?
Yes, I'm not sure what their level of sanitation was. I heavily suspect that they were reusing hypodermic needles to re-inject patients with, not checking blood types, not sterilizing their equipment. It was a very unfortunate series of events, but, well, at least it's in the past, so we can hope.
I mean, there are a few crazy doctors out there, to be honest, when I think about it. I mean, there were also, that one doctor from the plantation. He was very weird.
Yeah.
He also said that
Doctor
he's a doctor, but, yeah, there was, the group plantation was around, I don't know, a few months ago. And,
yes, I've
there
heard
was
of them.
also a doctor.
They had a doctor?
Yeah, but he was kind of, I would call him a torture doctor. I don't think he was a real doctor. He was just, torturing people with chemicals.
He's probably
and stuff,
one of them,
yeah.
to be honest. I mean, it would only make sense.
Yeah. And there's also Wuxi. I don't know. Do you know Wuxi?
I've never, I don't think I've ever actually met Wuxi, but the first time I ran into any proposed, what they called themselves, the clowns, they were running around in the woods, and they asked me a few questions about Wuxi. They wanted to know if I knew him, and they told me that very graphically what they were going to do when they found him, and gave me a message to give him, which ended up being a bit of torture. It was a rather unpleasant experience, but they all took it in jest. They found the whole situation to be quite hilarious. Yes. I survived that, so I can't really complain. All in all, they could have treated me much worse if they wanted to.
Can't really remember that. Anyway, yeah, apparently he's around again, Wuxi. That's a nice thing.
It's peculiar because they told me that they drowned him in a lake or something, but maybe they were simply confused or simply trying to scare me.
I mean, yeah, Bushi. I mean, yeah, we will see what happens when I find him. Anyway, he also said that he's a doctor, but he is not. And when you meet him, you should be very, very careful. The last time he was giving candy in Cabanino to people, and there was horse tranquilizer in that candy, so...
Very interesting. Oh, dear. Well, I can't imagine why so many
Do you
people
still-
are so, I'm sorry?
Do you still have that broken glasses?
Yes, I'm afraid I wasn't able to find another my prescription strength that was fit, so I'm still taping these things together every so often, but, well... Here we are. That should do it, hopefully. Let's see. Ah, there we are. It is new. I don't see why so many people are so eager to claim to be doctors. If they understood the hardships that I face and that the lack of any glory and the amount of mockery I sustain on a daily basis, I really don't understand the point of pretending to be one, if only to torture people for some twisted ends that I can't even begin to imagine.
Mm-hmm. That reminds me again of a doctor who was in Cabanino, and I asked him what CPR is, and he said that he doesn't know. And I think, oh, okay. So,
Dude.
funny.
My 9-year-old nephew knows what CPR is, and I thought he was the most retarded kid I've ever met. Like, come on.
Yeah, but that doctor I met in Cabanino, he did know what that is, and I think, oh, okay, that's funny.
I can't imagine any medical professional who doesn't know what cardiopulmonary resuscitation is. I'm sorry, the person was obviously just either posing as a medical professional or doesn't know the first thing about their profession. Most likely a con man of some sort.
Yeah, there was also that. Oh, that reminds me of another story. I met another guy who said that he studied microbiology. Yeah. And then I asked him what the difference is between a virus and a bacteria, and he said that he doesn't know that. That was weird. Yeah. I mean,
I have
when
no
you
idea what these
study
people are even...
microbiology, then you would have known what the difference between a virus and a bacteria is, or? I mean, I'm not quite sure, but I mean, I was just curious, so... but he didn't know the answer, so I thought that was kind of weird.
I've got a theory that these are either con people who are simply trying to confuse or maybe blend in with the population by coming up with some fictitious backstory that seems harmless, or perhaps they're simply mentally disturbed people, psychologically troubled. Most likely they've witnessed the death of a loved one in their immediate, directly in front of them. They're not able to cope with this reality emotionally, and so they come up with this alternate persona, not voluntarily, of course. It's just sort of the mind's way of defending itself, thrusting this profession on them, and they believe that they're a professional. And if you ask them a question, they can't answer it, but in their heart, they believe that they're a doctor or a psychiatrist or a microbiologist in your case, but it might just be a coping mechanism.
Yeah, maybe you're right. That reminds me also of another funny story. There was that one guy, and he said that he's from Guantanamo, and that he was, coming with a helicopter or something over here, and to make a new settlement from Guantanamo, and that he came, alone. To make a colony, actually. Yeah.
Interesting.
Alone.
I highly doubt that's the case.
Yeah, and he was a sergeant. Yeah. Making a colony. All right.
It's likely the case that these are simply people who had psychotic breaks, similar to the stories you hear of people who claim to have ridden over from the United States, for example, in a motorboat, like a sports boat. Are you kidding? They don't understand that these sorts of things are simply impossible, but to their mind, it sounds like it's plausible, and so they fill in the gaps. So it's probably just a psychotic break. They're probably not trying to lie.
Oh wait, were you there yesterday when I said that? That it's impossible to come with a speedboat over? Wait. You wasn't there yesterday for that, or? Yeah. There was a guy.
I own one of those things. I got pulled over by the NYPD. I was racing it in the Hudson River, and the NYPD pulled me over on the little boat and told me I couldn't do that. What's up? Hey pal, you alright?
Please, let those zombies.
Hey, what?
You met that guy too, who said that he came over with a speedboat?
I have met someone in the past who claimed such things, yes. It seems to be a common claim amongst emotionally and mentally troubled young men.
Yeah, there was yesterday a guy, or no, actually he was very female actually, but he said that he's both. He said that he's both, and he said that he came over with a speedboat from America, and I said that it's impossible, but he claimed that it's true with the speedboat.
Do I have a what?
Yes, even with a slight bit of critical thinking and evaluating that sort of ridiculous statement, it doesn't take more than a 15-year-old to figure out that wouldn't be possible, so it's just another case. You'll also notice how many people claim to be special forces or elite Navy SEALs or, all these elite soldiers all over the world. A very small fraction of them have any military experience at all. Most of them are simply disturbed young people trying to come up with some sort of backstory or some sort of way to cope with this reality that they live in. Most likely they were merchants or farmers or business people who simply lost their family and they simply don't want to be the person they were anymore, so they're just trying to cope with a new reality.
Come here.
I mean, I don't blame them. It's a hard world.
What's your name?
It's hard not to pity them, I'll be honest. Initial reaction is anger about being lied to, but after that sets aside, it's easy to pity such people for their pathetic circumstances that led to such outrageous claims.
They're kind of having a private conversation in
here.
It'd be best
it's okay. I'll leave as soon as
I mean, I don't have a problem with that guy.
They're not gonna be leaving anytime soon, pal. So
yeah, it doesn't matter to me. Actually, I need to find a place to bed down. I'm actually quite tired.
Do I have any Winchester ammo? I don't know what that looks like.
I believe there's a small house on the southern end of town that would be most suitable. I believe the locks actually worked last time I checked them. Even has a mattress upstairs.
That's good.
What's my name?
Well, it's nice talking to you,
it was always a pleasure to run into you. I do hope you take good care of yourself. And as I mentioned earlier, do keep a close eye on the healing progress of that forearm of yours. And you do let me know immediately if there's anything unusual, swelling or pus or unusual bruising pattern, pain. So just reach out to me. You do have my radio frequency, don't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
Very good.
Thanks, Doc.
All right, then. Oh, my pleasure.
Excuse me, sir. Can I know your name?
Mm-hmm.
Dude, what?
My name? Why, of course. I'm Dr. West.
Hey, do you know the Soviets? I think I know you.
Do I know the... Did you say the Soviets?
Yeah.
I suppose you might be talking about Nikolai and Mr. Cowboy?
Yes, Mr. Cowboy, and do you know... do you know Boris?
Shush. Yes, I know Nikolai, yes.
Yes. Okay,
or Ruski, as he's often called as well. I trust they're well. I haven't seen them. There was a bit of a unfortunate event that broke out that I was involved with, that we all got separated, and there were some guns involved. I wasn't sure if they made it out. I saw them run to the trees, and I'd hoped for the best, but I hadn't heard from them since then.
Oh, only Nikolai made it out. Only Nikolai made it out. But
Well, I'm glad he at least made it out of there. There was a gentleman that was, from what I understood, being recently recruited. He was wearing all blue, some sort of paramedic outfit, but those people, they found him, and they... next thing I know, gunshots were ringing out. It didn't look like they were in much of a mood to take hostages, I'm afraid.
well, oh, okay, but they're looking for you. They do not know if you're alive anymore. You might want
They
to
are?
talk to them on the
well.
radio.
Yes, you're right. I'm just heading to rest right now, but I tell you what, I've got their radio frequency. Ruski gave it to me, but I'll send out a transmission on the radio to let them know my whereabouts and let them know that Doc West is all right.
Yes, okay, but hold on. We're about to change radio station, like a radio station thing. Yes.
Frequency, yes.
Well, you're welcome anytime.
Certainly, yes. That's. I'll probably in about 5 or 6 hours or so. I don't need much rest, but I'll put out a radio broadcast and make sure everyone can hear it. Check in with the gentleman and see if there's anything I can do to help.
Okay.
I can't help but feel a bit responsible. I mean, I was there, so I'd be happy to help patch people back together, or at least offer medical advice, help them cope with the pain.
No, don't worry. We were afraid for you. You're the doctor, after all.
Well, that's partially why I felt so guilty. The people who took me, you see, those the Akrasia people.
Yes.
I haven't been entirely forthcoming with Ruski. I need to come clean with him and let him know some things he may find interesting. It's not like he'll feel utterly betrayed, but...
Do you want to tell me? I'll tell them over radio.
I think it would be best if I tell Ruski in person. Let him know that I take it genuinely, and let him know that I'm sincere, that sort of thing. I don't want him to think I'm hiding behind other people, or, you know. I'm sure I'll meet up with him in the near future. We've met several times already this past week, so...
Okay, well, I'll tell them I found you, you're okay, not a traitor, but it's good.
Yes, very good. Tell them that you saw me and that I look well, unharmed, but that I expressed concern and a desire to speak personally with Ruski. Something that I need to tell him.
Of course. Hold on, let me get this cowboy.
That's very well.
Okay, I will go now, anyway. See you.
Yes, take care of yourself, and I'm sure I'll see you again in the near future.
Yes.
All right, pal.
In a while. See you.
Hold on, Doc. Stay there.
Bye.
Stay there, Doc. Oh, I thought there was gonna be a bunch of zombies coming in. I guess not.
Their attention span, they seem to lose grip on reality after a few minutes, so they might have simply They have an odd sense of object permanency. They'll chase prey into a shed or enclosure, but if they can't see, hear, or smell it for a matter of about 3 to 4 minutes, their sense of object permanency seems to dissipate, and they simply reset, so to speak. They go back on patrol.
Yeah.
All right.
It's quite fascinating, really.
Anyway,
I mean, the African honeybee, for example, has object permanency of up to 12 hours. They can stalk prey or even wade above water for
Oh.
amphibious creatures to come out of lakes. It's much more advanced than the infected, I can tell you that much.
That's interesting.
Yes, quite. I think so. Well, anyway, I need to be finding a place to lock up. I'm sure I'll see you around, Lyca.
Alright. Yeah, how was that? It was nice talking to you, man.
Yes, likewise. And Jack,
care.
it was nice to see you as well. I'll be taking my leave, but do take care of yourself, and I'm sure I'll see you around.
Hey, you know what? Call me Anthony. That's my real name. I just gotta keep things secret. Huh? But you gained my
Anthony.
trust. You seem like a nice guy.
Very well, Anthony. I'm glad I was able to gain your trust. I'm hopefully I'll be able to earn it someday if you ever need my assistance.
Yeah, see you later, pal. Stay out of trouble.
Bye.
You don't have to worry about troubling me. I'll stay far away.
All right.
Yeah, I only say apples.
Always take apples, yes.